call the roll. All right, call the roll.
The Right Reverend Reginald T. Jackson, presiding prelate.
Present.
Mrs. Christy Davis Jackson, Esquire.
Excused.
Reverend Dr. Tony Berlin Ingram. The Reverend Billy G. McFadden. Our itinerant elders, the Reverend Curtis Andrews. Reverend Maria Black.
Reverend Black. Excused.
Okay. Reverend Donna Calix.
Excused.
Reverend Willie Crew. Reverend Amos Darasaw.
Absent.
Reverend Lisa B. Davis.
Lisa Davis. Absent.
Reverend Minnie Davis.
Minnie Davis. Absent.
Reverend Augusta Hall, Jr.
Present.
Reverend Brian A. Hart. Reverend Pamela E. Hobbs, here. Reverend Shakibi Holman.
Present.
Reverend Clarence Jackson.
Present.
Reverend James Jenkins.
James Jenkins.
He was here.
Absent.
Reverend Shakita Johnson.
She's a department head at the School of Commerce, but she's on her way.
When she gets here, make sure she notifies the secretary.
Reverend Nokomis Jones. Reverend Wilhelmina Jordan.
Wilhelmina Jordan. Absent.
Reverend James Lawson. Reverend G. Diane Lewis.
Reverend Diane Lewis. Oh. Okay, but your name's on the roll, so you're in good shape.
Reverend David Luke. Reverend Rosetta Johnson Mackey. Reverend Tammy McFadden. Reverend Terry Patterson. Reverend Stephen Smith.
Stephen Smith.
He was here.
When he gets here, tell him see his secretary. Might be at the funeral home. Next.
Reverend Daniel Thomas Jr. Reverend Samuel Tompkins. Reverend David Walker.
He's in the storm. All right.
Reverend Eddie Walker III. Reverend Darwin Waters. Darwin
Transferred.
out. Okay. Reverend Patricia Wilder. Reverend Richie Williams.
Absent.
That's ends the roll for our itinerant elders.
Any itinerant elder whose name was not called? Yes, sir. Who is it?
I call you.
You were late, marking present. All right, yes, sir. Reverend Jeff Germany, was his name called? Okay, which conference you transfer from? All right, add his name to the roll, Reverend Jeff Germany. Any other itinerant elder's name not called? Mark Reverend Darisol present. He had to go to Starbucks. Itinerant deacons.
Reverend Sharon Buxton. I saw her.
Sharon Buxton here.
She was here.
All right, she's absent, but put down referred to ministerial efficiency.
Reverend Samuel Cooper. Reverend Melvin Farmer.
Melvin Farmer.
He was here.
Absent.
Reverend Geraldine Smith Hudson.
All right. Are there any itinerant deacons whose name was not called? All right, local elders.
Reverend Bobby Boyd.
Bobby Boyd. Excuse. Next.
Reverend Kenneth Brown. Reverend Roy Covens. Reverend Laverne Gresham Comer.
Whose church she belonged to?
She's on the Augusta South District, Bishop. She was here earlier. Bishop.
All right. What church she belonged to? All right. When she gets here, she need to see. Next.
Reverend Brainerd Crawford.
Brainerd Crawford.
He was here earlier.
What church she belonged to? Absent. John Crawford.
Reverend John Crawford.
Absent.
Reverend Christopher Davis.
Christopher Davis. Well, he's not here. All right. Barbara Knox. What church she belong to? Absent. Absent.
Reverend Nellie Merriweather. Okay. Reverend Elaine Pate.
All right, excuse.
Reverend Minnie Pitts. Reverend Rose Reynolds.
Good message yesterday, Reverend Pitts. Rose Reynolds. Absent.
Reverend Jimmy Roberts.
Now, last year, Rose Reynolds was excused because of illness. Is she still sick? Hello? Yeah. No, this is her wrong. This is the wrong number. 973-518-2343. No problem. All right, excuse.
That ends the local elders. Bishop.
Any local elders whose name was not called? All right, local deacons.
Reverend Stephanie Parks,
Stephanie Parks. Absent.
Reverend Geraldine Rawls,
Geraldine Rawls. What church she belong to? Oh, now let me say something about these sisters here. I want you to know y'all made me happy this morning. Y'all came in here just a worship any kind on. I want to thank you. I'm with you. They from, which church they from? Ward Chapel. Thank y'all so much. God bless y'all. All right, they present.
all right. That ends the local deacons.
All right. Yes, sir. You just got here. All right. Marking present. Yes. Yes. Anybody else, Mr. Roll Call now in? You read the Jordan River. Good seeing you, Reverend Jordan. All right, and Reverend Farmer, marking present. Anybody else? All right. Are there any superannuates here? Any retired ministers here? Please stand. Give me your name, Reverend Evelyn Johnson. Good seeing you, Reverend Johnson. Thank you so much for being here. Yes. How you doing, Reverend Hunter? Good seeing you. All right. Any other superannuates? My brothers and sisters, superannuates do us an honor by coming to conference. When they are superannuated, they don't have to come to nothing. The fact that they make time to come to be with you at the conference, I think speaks well of them. Give them a hand. And Dr. Foster, make sure that Reverend Hudson sees them. All right. All right. Now, my sisters, my brothers, all of the conference officers.
Sister Gaines, lay president.
That's right. She's excused. All right, next.
Sister Norris, the Christian Education Director.
Sister Norris. All right.
Sister Wakadu, WMS President.
She is excused.
Sister Myrtle Jones, Minister Spouses.
She's excused. Keep your family in your prayers.
Reverend Terry Patterson, Women in Ministry.
She's in the house.
Sister Sandra Bailey, CDMC Commissioner.
All right, abs.
With her husband, Bishop, he's a little under the weather, but she promised to be here. She was at the Christian debutante.
All right, excuse.
Sister Brittany M. Thompson, the YPD Director.
All right, absent.
Sis-
Yes.
She was here yesterday, and she has some obligations, and I think she'll be back, but she wasn't yesterday.
All right, excuse.
Brother Willie Farrell.
Brother Farrell will be here later, Bishop. He was with the Sons of Allen. He's a dutiful man. He's busy right now.
How you know he busy?
He told me last night, Bishop, that that's where he is.
Hello. Yes.
Brother George Mills, Church School
Yes.
Superintendent.
Her number is 973
Brother Mills was here.
51.
He must be outside, but he's just school superintendent
this is her husband's number.
Bishop, he is here, church school superintendent. I think he's outside with Reverend Hudson. His former pastor. But he knows he's here.
All right, Sandy Brown.
Brother Michael Brown.
Brother Brown is in the house. All right,
Thus ends the reading of the
all
word.
right. All the delegates from the Augusta North District, please stand. All of the lay delegates from the Augusta North District, please stand. Presiding Elder Ingram, do you certify that these are the duly elected delegates from the churches on the Augusta North District? All right, I do hereby certify that you are duly seated to be a delegate to this 107th session of the Augusta Conference, have the right to participate in all of the discussions and votes in this conference. Let me thank you for taking the time out to come and be with us. Thank you so much. You may be seated. All of the delegates from the local churches on the Augusta South District, please stand. Presiding Elder McFadden, do you certify that these are the duly elected delegates from the local churches on the Augusta South District? Yes, sir, I do. All right, I do hereby certify that you are the duly elected delegates from the churches on the Augusta South District to this 107th session of the Augusta Annual Conference. You have the right to participate in all of the discussions and votes pertaining in this conference. Let me thank you for taking the time out of your schedules to be here with us for this annual conference. Thank you so much. You may be seated. All right. Organization of the annual conference, presiding elders. Okay. If any ministers are here who missed the roll call, see the secretary so you can be recorded as being present. Reverend Roberts, you wasn't in here. You got to stay out of McDonald's. All right, organization.
Sir, to Bishop Reginald T. Jackson and Supervisor Christy Davis Jackson, this 107th session of the Augusta Georgia Annual Conference, to all the wonderful delegates and friends who join us today, along with my colleague, Associate Presiding Elder, Reverend Dr. Tony Beelan Ingram. The administrative staff, Secretary, Sister Pamela Hobbs, Assistant Secretary, Reverend Rosetta Mackey, Statistician, Reverend Amos Darasol. Financial Committee, the Reverend Augustus Hall Jr., the Reverend Chikibi Holman, the Reverend David Luke, the Reverend Brian Hart, the Reverend Patricia Wilder, Brother Arthur Stone, Sister Sandy Brown, Brother Timothy Stockton, Sister Erin Cave, and the one and only Reverend Tammy McFadden.
How you know that, Elder McFadden?
Because she's my one and only.
Sister McFadden, you agree with that? We're glad to see y'all on the same page. All right. Conference trustees.
The conference trustees, the Reverend David Walker, the Reverend Augusta Hall, the Reverend Jakibi Holman, the Reverend David Luke, the Reverend Brian Hart, the Reverend Daniel Thomas Jr., the Reverend Samuel Tompkins, the Reverend Terry Patterson, the Reverend Stephen Smith, Brother George Best, Brother Timothy Stockton, Brother Willie Farrell, Sister Sandy Brown, Sister Erin Cave, Sister Kristen Kelly, Brother Michael Brown, Sister Lena Wakadu, Sister Sandra Bailey, Sister Alicia Norris, Sister Brittany Thompson, Sister Myrtle Jones, Sister Elizabeth Gaines, Presiding Elder Tony Beelan Ingram, Presiding Elder Billy McFadden, and Reverend, that's it.
All right. You've heard the recommendations for the organization of the conference. Is there a motion?
Move that these recommendations be accepted, Bishop.
That's all right. Okay. You want to make that?
There's one addition to the Finance Committee that was discussed, Brother Michael Brown.
That was the Finance Committee.
Yes, sir, the Finance Committee.
All right, to make it a motion, would you please state it again?
We're adding the name.
No, who made the motion? Reverend Hall, would you? Who is Reverend Hall? Why you leave Ms. Brown alone? Would you make a motion that this organization be approved? They added a name.
Okay, I move that this organization of the annual conference be approved with the added names.
Thank you, Reverend Hall. All right, all in favor say aye. All right, motion is carried. Organization is completed. I do hereby declare that this 107th session of the Augusta Annual Conference is now officially in session. Board of Examiners. Thank you, elders. The following persons are hereby declared members of the Ministerial Efficiency Committee. Reverend Daniel Thomas present. Reverend Daniel Thomas is the chair. And the other members are Rosetta Mackey, Ed Walker, Pamela Hobbs, and G. Diane Lewis. You will constitute the Ministerial Efficiency Committee. And Sharon Buxton come in. Sharon Buxton was located at the last annual conference. I believe she seeks to be readmitted to the active ministry, so therefore I'm referring her to the Ministerial Efficiency Committee. Y'all meet with her and then make a recommendation on that, okay? All right, Board of Examiners.
Thank you, Bishop.
Reverend Walker, please mark him present. He's out of the storm. You can just say she deferred to Ministerial Efficiency. All right, go ahead, Dr. Hall.
To the 100th session of the Augusta Georgia Annual Conference, the following is the constitution of the Augusta Georgia Conference Board of Examiners. The Reverend Augusta Hall Dean, the Reverend David Walker, Secretary, Assistant Dean. Let me ask all of the instructors to come up as your names are called, please. The Reverend James Lawson, Instructor. Reverend Pamela Hobbs, Instructor. The Reverend Rose Mackey Johnson, Instructor. The Reverend Jakibi Holman, Instructor, and the Reverend Eddie Walker, Instructor. Advisors, Presiding Elder Billy Graham McFadden of the Augusta South, and Presiding Elder Dr. Tony Beelan Ingram, Advisor and Presiding Elder of the Augusta North District of the Augusta Georgia Annual Conference. This bishop constitutes the Board of Examiners.
When she gets, okay. All right.
Bishop, On behalf of the entire board, we are thankful for the opportunity to serve. We provided due diligence. We met for 12 sessions each Saturday from 9 a.m. until 2 or 3 p.m. We had a full schedule with hour-long lectures in the morning and afternoon. We started at 9 with devotion and then a practicum led by the Reverend Chikibi Holman that trains preachers in either how to conduct funerals, carry out baptisms, as well as communion and the entire worship service. Then after lecture at noon, we had a chapel service where all of the participants learned how to carry out each component of a A.M.E. church worship service. We then came back for wrap-up for 12 entire sessions, and the Reverend Dr. Walker will make our report.
Thank you, Dean. The report, we made a few changes since yesterday. We have coming up for recommendation for Itinerant Deacon, Minister Sarita W. Moore and Brother Alvin Jenkins.
All right, they come forward, please. What's the recommendation?
The recommendation, Bishop, is that they be elected and ordained itinerant deacons in the African Methodist Episcopal Church.
All right, now I met with them on yesterday, and these two in particular, I told y'all last night to go and give serious thought to whether or not you wanted to be itinerant ministers, because the fact of the matter is, if you are ordained tomorrow, you no longer belong to a home church. You then belong to the conference. You're in the hands of the bishop. And the bishop is supposed to exercise godly judgment. And y'all think I'm fair? Y'all a little slow answering that. Did y'all give thought to what I said last night? Yes, sir. And Sister Moore, what did you decide? All right. And what did you decide? All right, so you ready to say goodbye to Reverend Hall at Bethel? All right, all right. All right, is there a motion? All right. Sister Moore, what church you belong to?
I belong to Cummins Temple A.M.E.
Who's the pastor there?
Reverend Cowens.
Reverend who?
Cowens.
Calvin?
Yes, sir.
All right. Okay. Is your father here?
He's here. Yes.
Reverend Moore. Come here, Reverend Moore. Huh? I'm sorry. Got to get this name straight. What I want you to do, I'm not going to let Reverend Hall deprive you of the opportunity of making the motion that your daughter be ordained an itinerant deacon. All right. God bless you. There's a second. All right. Thank you so much. All right. Now, Reverend Hall, you can make this next motion.
All right, thank you, Bishop. I move that the following candidate for the Alvin Deacon be elected and ordained an itinerant deacon, the African Methodist Episcopal Church.
Is there a second? All right, probably moving second. You've heard both of these motions. For Sister Moore, all in favor will say aye. Aye. All for this brother that Reverend Hall just got in high hopes about, say aye. Aye. All right, God bless both of you. All have been approved to be ordained itinerant deacons in African Methodist Episcopal Church. Look forward to ordaining you tomorrow. God bless you. All right. Next.
Successfully completed third-year classes. We recommend that she be passed on to the studies on fourth year.
All right. Is there a motion?
So move, Bishop.
All right. All in favor will say aye. All opposed, ayes have it. Motion is carried. God bless you, my sister. You're moving forward. I
Praise
wish
God.
you all God's best.
Thank you.
All right. Next.
Brother Melvin Farmer.
Not better around now, and give it to Reverend Farmer.
Reverend Samuel Cooper, and Reverend Shirley Smith Hudson. Bishop, we recommend that Reverend Melvin Farmer have successfully completed all coursework, that he be elected and ordained an itinerant elder in the African Methodist Episcopal Church.
Now, my sisters, my brothers, this is Brother Farmer, Reverend Farmer. We sent him to Henderson Circuit, and they speak raves about him. They are excited to have him. Where's Brother Love? Brother Love told me the other day that they want you back, and I was intimidated. I said, they might come get me if I don't send you back. All right. But Reverend Farmer, I have high hopes for you. I think you're going to make a wonderful minister in the church, and I pray all God's best for you. All right. Who made the motion? What's your home church?
Sand Valley A.M.E. Church.
Reverend Stephen Smith. Elected and ordained. Thank you. All right, there's second. All right, probably moving second. That Reverend Palmer be elected and ordained an itinerant elder in the African Methodist Episcopal. No, Reverend Hall, I'm rule you out of order again. Brother Love, you want to second this motion? All right, Reverend Love, second the motion. All right, Brother Love, I made it Reverend. All right, all in favor will say aye. All opposed, I have a motion is carried. God bless you, Reverend Farmer. Next.
Reverend Shirley Smith Hudson, recommendation that she remains on fourth-year study until acceptance and successful completion of the certificate program at Turner Seminary, at which time the recommendation be made that she be elected and ordained itinerant elder in the African Methodist Episcopal Church.
Now, Sister Hudson, we're going to get you in the certificate program with Turner Seminary, which means you won't have to pay any money to go to school. We're going to keep you out of debt.
Amen.
All
Thank you, sir.
right. All right. Next.
The Reverend Samuel Cooper remains on fourth-year study until acceptance and successful completion of the certificate program at Turner Seminary, at which time the recommendation will be made that Reverend Cooper be elected and ordained an itinerant elder in the African Methodist Episcopal Church.
Now, let me say this. When I came to Georgia, Reverend Cooper was a local. As a matter of fact, I think the year before I was your bishop, I think he preached the noonday sermon and annual conference. Is that right?
Yes, yes, sir.
Now, I'm going to say, who's recording this in the back? Reverend Thomas, could you turn it off just for 1 minute? Just for 1 minute, I'm going to say something. If it gets out of